Hello there survivors, and welcome back to another build tutorial in ARK Survival Ascended. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to build this simple little Viking house to get you started. It's a quite easy build, but with a little bit of detailing you can make this into a very cozy home that should keep you safe early on, or it's perfect if you want to build out a larger Viking city or town, village, whatever. We of course build a Viking village in the Extra Life live stream that I did, and we did a few of these houses, so I figured let's go ahead and make a tutorial for one of these. I've also made a tutorial for a bigger Viking stave church if you want to continue builds in this style, but today we're focused on this little guy, so let's get started with the building. And of course, if you enjoyed these build tutorials and you want to see more, feel free to leave any suggestions for future builds down in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed and like the video if you enjoy these builds. As always, of course, we're going to start with a foundation here at the back. We're going to make it 4 wide, and then we're going to make this 7 long in total. And then we can go ahead and fill this entire piece in. Of course, you could raise it up a little bit if you like the look of that, or I don't know, if you want to have a little raised porch or anything, but this should be a decent size for you to work with. And then what you probably want to do is add some stairs. You can pick the materials, but I kind of like adding a little bit of the wooden look here at the front. Then we also want to add in some railings here at the front to kind of create this little porch area that we'll have. And then we can take out our wooden pillars. Be too high here in the front. We'll do the same thing here at the back. Here at the back, however, we can make sure they go all the way until the bottom. And then if you want some pillars on the inside to support the roof, you could add in maybe some thin pillars just to have some supporting beams. But this will of course take away some of the space on the inside. Here at the front, we want to make sure that we add a door over here. And we can add a little window next to that. And then here at the back, we probably want to add in 2 little windows so that we get some natural light coming into this build. Then we can start adding in the shape, going like a simple A-frame both sides. We'll do the exact same here at the back, filling those in. Then we can take out the windows, actually start adding them in as well, like so. Opening them up, and here at the back we can also add them in. I always prefer to add them from the top, but of course you're free to do it whatever way you like. It just adds some extra space and movement, of course, if you actually add them in. And that is kind of the basic shape of the whole building. Then what we're going to start doing is adding in our thatch roofs. Now we're going to start with this layer here at the bottom, and then we can start going up and filling in this whole side of the building to create that iconic shape. And it kind of blends into the terrain, which is exactly what you want for builds like these. And we'll continue it all the way down here on the other side as well, making sure it blends in again. And then we can just start filling the remaining part of the roof in completely like so. Then we can take out our beam and make it connect all the way across the top of the building to kind of have that nice supporting line there. Then I would at least take out a fireplace and place that somewhere here on the inside, because that just looks very nice and cozy to have that little chimney come and stick out from your little A-frame. And as you can see, it already kind of blends in, but of course we will need to paint it. And of course you can pick any green you prefer. I really like the filth color. I feel like that blends in quite nicely with the grass around it, as you can see. And then we can go ahead and start painting these thatch roofs to look more like proper grass and blend into the environment. Of course, depending on where you're building this, different colors might look slightly better or worse. So it's always good to play around with it. But in my experience, the filth color really blends in with most grass environments and just looks really, really nice, as you can see. So that's already a good basic color to use. But we still want to add a few details. Now you can kind of pick what you want to do with the direction of these railings. You can do them like this. I personally like to flip them around like so. Add them in along the side as a little border. Sometimes you'll be able to extend it further down, but sometimes it won't let you get the right snap point, so you just keep it like this. But what you do want to do is here at the end, make sure that you extend it like so to create kind of that nice little Viking end detail for your building. You can also play around with that, of course. Maybe try out some different things, and if you have mods, there's different options for sure. But this is just one easy way to add in some nice little details. You can also go for a less steep one if you want, you know, to slightly break that up, because you can see this is quite steep, goes quite high. Maybe you prefer it to be a little less steep. I'll leave that up to you. I kind of think that for these builds, maybe I prefer the one that is a little less steep, just because otherwise this building gets quite tall, and I don't think I really want that for these smaller buildings. But yeah, it does add a lot to it to just have these little details in there. What you could do if you want to add in some more details is add in some more of these railings, maybe from here, maybe one over here, and then maybe one over there as well. Again, depending on the landscape, you might or might not be able to make them completely go down into the ground, but you can kind of break up these sides if you want to. Again, might be very dependent on the actual landscaping. What is actually also a really nice way to add some extra details to a place like this is getting your shovel out there and getting your plant pots from the Bob Talltales DLC and add some plants and flowers on top of the building. Now, I'm on a modded map. That makes it a little bit more tricky to find the right plants, but I do have some other mods that can help. I have the JVH landscaping mod, which also allows you to add some plants to the roof. But very important, you can do this without any mods if you have the Bob Talltales DLC. The shovel and the plant pot are your best friends. Alright, there we go. So this is what it could look like if you add some plants around, some other decoration. Don't know if the Rex head is that accurate if it's a simple starter base, but it does really transform a quite simple building into something very cozy and very nice. This would be a lovely like first day base that isn't actually too complicated to build. The stone maybe, but you could easily also just build it out of wood or thatch if you really want to. But yeah, there you go. This is a nice little cozy Viking house. We added some decoration around, feeding trough, a little cage, the forge, a barrel, campfire out here. I like how the smoke is coming out of the forge. And then we have the chimney there as well, of course, for the cozy feeling. And then here on the inside, we have a little bit of storage. For some reason, the rugs are in the stone. We have the smithy, preserving bin, the cooking pot here in the middle. We got a little station here for mortar and pestles. We've got a cozy fireplace again, the bed, and a little bit more storage as well. So it isn't much. It isn't much, but it is just very, very cozy and very nice. And yeah, I really like this. I don't know why, but we did, of course, build a few of these little houses in the Extra live stream. So I decided, you know, let's do a tutorial for it. They are very simple, but if you're starting a new ARK and you need a little house to get you started with, this is an easy way to make a very cozy looking house. Or maybe you're building out your Viking town. This is a great addition to a build like that. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and feel free to leave suggestions for future tutorials down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.